you said anywhere.
This not make
Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
Yep. Welcome, great people. How are we doing today? I'm sure we are having a great day. Um, Thank you for joining today's section. And today's section, we will be going straight into the continuation of our last section. That was 2 days ago. We talked about starting a fully functional farm with quarterly cash flow. And then this is a real estate business and investment school that I hold on a weekly basis. Is going to be constant as time goes by. So in case you are new on this live section, this is the part 2. So try to watch the part 1, and then you can kind of have a grasp on the whole information. All you just need to do is to go to the YouTube channel and then go to the live portal, and then you will be able to do what you'll be able to get the info on the last section. So I want to know who is live with me right now. I want you to just type if you can hear me, which I'm pretty much sure that I can be heard, but I want to hear from your side. I want to know if you can hear me. Just type in the comment section if you can hear me, and then we will. Okay, yeah, I think you can hear me. Then let's go right into what we have. So I want to know who is live with me right now. So let me just know your name and then where you're joining from. I can see 4 of us live here, and I know more are still coming. So if you want to share this link of this video, please share this link of this video to friends and then people you want to be investment conscious for 2025. It is good. So let's just see an intro of one or two of us. So let me just go straight while we say get to know ourselves. Now, 2 days ago, we talked about kicking off the importance of kicking off a farm or importance of having a cash flow business, or better put, the importance of having a real estate tied investment. Everybody already know this, that real estate is a very good investment. Thank you so much, Mr. David from Baltimore. Yes, okay. I know some of us are from the diaspora. Thank you for joining us. And then if I want to see others as I go by, I'll just upload you on the screen so I can we can know each other. So I talked about the importance of having a real estate tied investment, and then 2 days ago we went deep dive into different kind of investments you can do tied to the real estate, and we also talk about real fact issues. We know that we want you to invest in the real estate space, or the I'm trying to let you know the importance of investing in the real estate space. And then one of us asked a very important question, which was the exchange rate fluctuation. And then I made a response to that. That is the exchange rate, why you need to invest, even though there's fluctuation in the exchange rate. And I talked about the beauty of tying it to real estate, and then the opportunity for Nigerians in diaspora. You have investing in Nigeria because the exchange rate is in your favor. You have more purchasing power. £200 is a lot in Nigeria, and £1,000, £2,000, £10,000, or $5,000 is a lot in Nigeria. So, firstly, you have to do what you have to take advantage of the exchange rate difference, and then there are other things I mentioned in the last section. Thanks so much, Mr. Mensalu from London. Appreciate you. Now, in case you're new here, all you just need to do to get a hold of the last section is go to the YouTube channel at the end of this live section. Take, for instance, you are on this YouTube channel. Let me just go to this YouTube channel right now, and then click live. You can see this home video short live. Click live, and then you're going to see the last section. It has already 109 views in the live section. So this is the current one going. So you want to watch the part one, and that is in case you didn't follow us for the last section. Now let me go back to I just want to give a review, a summary of what we had 2 days ago, and then I go straight into what the honey farm, the farm looks like. I'm just going to talk about the farm today, and then we can ask several questions. Now, what I want to achieve with a number of us is to set you up an investment opportunity. Okay, you have a landed property, even if it is 1 acre. Now, this place where this farm is located is in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Now, we also have other projects. Take, for instance, in Mowe of Fada. Now, before the end of this year, I'm going to be putting up a lot of business opportunities for us, and then I would like you to take advantage of these business opportunities. This is just for some of us, and I don't want you to miss out on this. Now, what we want to pull up with, what we want to get across to us is you investing in a cash flow business. This is something that any investment I would recommend to people. It is something that I've already done, or something that I am doing. So I looked at it. Okay, I have a lot of audience that trust the brand, and then will want to invest alongside, and that is why I pitched this out. Our company has done the Honey Farm investment, where we set up this farm for people, and then they earn return on investment. And then we had to people that took advantage of it, as at that time it was at a low cost. Now the land they bought as at then was selling for 500,000 naira per plot. Now that land is selling for I think the land is selling for 1.5 million naira now, and that was like let's say almost 2 years now, like 1.5 million. No, I'm not exaggerating. Now, some people can sell theirs for 2 million, but you can see it for 1.5 million. Now, take for instance, someone keyed into like 10 plots, then for 5 million as an instant. Now it's 15 million just by having the land. Now you have a land and then you create a cash flow business on it. So that's the same thing I'm trying to bring on Grey City, which is in Abeokuta. Now you own a land, and I'm looking at people keying into 1 acre, or let's say three half acre, 3 plots. Now the bottom line is, while I have a landed property appreciating in value, I create a business model on it. And the beautiful thing is that we are willing to do what? We are willing to take up. Somebody reached out to me who was interested and was asking me that, okay, the setup fee is a little bit high, which I'm going to talk about. And I told the person that, okay, you don't talk about the setup fees high. It's not high. A price of 1 acre on that location is going for 3.5 million. And then, okay, the person said the documentation is high. And I looked at it that it is high because we have you in mind. I said the documentation is ₦1 million. That is plus 3.5. That's 4.5 million. Why? We want to register that landed property in your own name. We can make the documentation cheaper and not do a registered document for you. If somebody charts it, it's going to show the company's name. But I said no, we want it to be something that these people will see that, okay, we have done the best for them. The documentation for 1 acre, and then when you get an acre, we are giving you additional plot, incentivizing you, if that is correct. We are giving you incentive, and then additional plot to it, making 7 plots, getting a deed of assignment, getting a registered survey, because there are different kinds of survey. There are provisional survey that carries your name, but it is under the company's name. It is registered under the company, but there is a registered survey that will be on that. When they chart it, is your name that is coming up. Just with that survey sketch, just give anyone, they will locate where your landed property is. So, and that is what the registered survey is involved. Now there is also a setup cost. Now this setup cost, I think I don't want to bring the full download. I want to give it to people who reach out to me privily, because there are a number of people watching this video, both prospects, clients, and also competitors. So I just don't want to give down the breakdown, everything. So this you can ask me every question you want to ask me privily on WhatsApp. I would also give you a detailed breakdown, and also I will send you a brochure this coming week that gives you a breakdown. Now, like I said, it comes with a landed property. You are not just buying land, you register it, and then you set up. Now, the beautiful thing is that what we are planting, the crops we picked, these are crops that are you can harvest 3 times in a year. There are some crops that you can't even harvest in a month, in a year. Is 1.5 year. And then it also passed the test of market uh, need. People, once you get to the market with your product, you are selling off no time, within a short time. So the duration of the crops is 3 months. You can do your research, but the harvest duration and the sales duration, we added an additional 1 month. Now what we are doing is that we are taking up, we are easing. Now what I wanted to do before is that set up that the platform for people who do your farm, but I also said, okay, let's add this after sales service to this, for these people, at least the first harvest, second harvest, and then let us show them how they can set it up for them, help them handle it. Now some of them, they can have a representative in Nigeria that will be on guard. Maybe after that, we are going to train, they are going to see that, okay, this is our farm, this is so person's farm, and then they can carry on with the process. Or they say, okay, if you want us to carry on, we will do what we will. We've already showed you the model, we've set it up for you, we've done we've given you the business model, you've gained profit. We didn't charge you for all these service fees. Okay, if you want us to commence after the third harvest or the second harvest, if you are willing, then we can say, okay, let's begin to charge you for our service fee. But what we just want to achieve is to make people see that, oh, you can set up a what, you can set up, you can have a landed property, land banking investment, and still create a cash flow business with it. So the setup fee for 1 acre is different from the setup fee for half acre, which is 3 plots, and it's also different from the setup fee for 2 plots, also different from the setup fee plot for 1 plot, also different from the setup fee for half plot. Now, for me, I would have loved people to do, let's say, 1 acre and then half acre, but everybody have their own financial capital. So someone can do half acre, someone can do 1 acre, someone can do 1 plot or half plot. So now what I want to do is to get the first set of people that will take advantage of this. I'm big on trust, and that is why most of the time I try as much as possible to keep my word, and ensure that people gain value for their trust. Somebody reached out to me, one of our audience reached out to me and was saying somebody he forwarded the video to, didn't get full details on the previous live section, and by that reason he's not making decision to taking advantage. I said no problem. This is a product that is rare to see, and then I may not even need to I don't need so many people. I just need a selected people who I want to use. I want to ensure that I set it up for them. Now, by the time other people are waiting to say, oh, so this is happening, it is now going to come with a bigger charges, because I know that there's a lot involved. In as much as I'm just saying it now, there's a lot involved getting your farm managers to be on farm, tilling the ground. There's a lot of things involved. Now, monitoring it for it to harvest, avoiding pest control, and then harvesting, and then looking at the area of selling. There's a lot involved in it. So and I told the person that is also the person you send to may just be getting in contact with the financial power YouTube channel and may want to take time to develop trust. So it's understandable. But one thing stands sure: those that are going to take advantage now, maybe I'm just going to close off for 5 acre only, while the company runs its own amount of acre. So at the end of the 4 months, they are going to see that, oh, these people are paid for their harvest. And then, as at that time, it is two things. It's either we charge for the service after a person has seen that, oh, this thing is really working, and then they've paid, because this is not the first time we're doing this. We've set up the honey farm, and then we've paid investors. I can remember those periods where we were paying in millions to investors, and I was glad, even though at some point, at some point we had to stretch ourselves to ensure that we sell all those products and then pay investors, because investors just want to know, how much am I putting, when is the return investment duration, and how much am I getting. That is it. They don't want to know what are you doing on the farm, what is the challenge you are facing. Do you get it? So, but that's one thing I've learned from the onset. When you say this is it, let it be it, no matter the situation. And then I'm glad we reached we met our award. So many of them got, and the honey farm was a 6 month investment. Every 6 months they got their return on investment. Some were getting 150,000, some were getting 300,000. Do you get it? So some set of a plot on a farm, half plot on a farm. And then after the duration, we handed over to them to continue. So what I want to achieve is that, okay, what we had in mind is, let us create a farm hub for people to take advantage of. Okay, I want to run a farm. You see other people running a farm around. Why? Okay, I want to set up a land bank. I want to acquire largest parts of land, but I want to create cash flow from it. Okay, do farming. And then when you are doing your farming, the price of that location is growing, is increasing. Also coupled with the fact that it is within an estate, it is our sole responsibility to ensure that, okay, we do some infrastructures to make it develop alongside other estates in that area. And so we are not going to be involved. but we are not going to be involved in the farming. People buy 10 acres and then they know what they want to do, whether they want to do fish farming or they want to do animal husbandry or they want to do crop plantation. They get the farmland and they do whatever they want to do. But I said, okay, in as much as we as a company want to do us, let us get some set of people that we would set up for, and then they can take advantage of the fact that, okay, this is what we are setting up. Because in 2025 there's going to be um yeah, I can forecast it. I have written down a number of things in 2023. I think it's in October. I forecasted some things. That was when the then CBN governor pull out the policy that is going to be implemented after 2 months. And I did a video. I wouldn't want to go to that video because it's like about 13 months, or let's say 1.5 years now. And I forecasted what is going to happen after the implementation of that policy. And guess what? The businesses that I said that is going to thrive, those were the businesses that were thriving. And I also made it clear that, okay, these businesses are going to thrive for some duration. Then after a while, it's going to be normalized. But these are the businesses that will continue thriving. And that was how it was. A number of people that watched the video, they were now reaching out to me when the implementation of the policy started. Like, hey, how do I start this business? You talked about it like 3 months ago. I say, I'm sorry, I can't guide you in running it now. You should have started planning for it 3 months back or 4 months back. But now, if you want to do it now, it's going to be stressful for you. So go and run it yourself. Don't even involve me. I did that video 4 months ago so that you can take advantage of it. And a few number of people actually did. So I can really sense or forecast based on previous um, events that this and this and this are the things that are going to be happening, which has already repeated itself several times. You use the previous financial economic situation, 6 years, 6 months um, comparison, 3 month comparison, 1 year comparison, 2 years comparison, and then use the policies to analyze and present a report of what is going to happen. And these are the things I've checked, and I know that, okay, this is something that is going to happen. So creating a cash flow business in the area of real estate is something that is very important. So while you are acquiring assets, there are different you can create other business models. So Great City is something for that, Abeokuta. And then we have Reality City Phase 2, which I might be talking later. This is for commercial hub, people that want to do other kinds of businesses, which I'm going to be mentioning later. Now, there will still be other opportunities that I'm going to pull up that I want us, whichever we can take advantage of, just take advantage of it. But one thing starts in 2025, you'll be glad. So what we want to do is those that are going to take advantage of it, November / early week of December, we gather them together, we prepare your document, because we are registering it in your name, is going to take 4 weeks. Register survey in your name from the Ogun State government is going to take 3 to 4 weeks. Now, I want it to be that your landed property is registered before we start tilling the ground. Do you get it? So you have your documents with you, fully registered in your name, and then we start doing what? We start the process. Now, the process, chances are that it's not even chances are, it's going to commence in January. We're going to start cultivation in January. But what you want to do now is you want to prepare yourself till that time. Do you get it? In terms of getting the landed property, doing the registration, and we setting everything we need to do. See, this is a business, and it's not something that, hey, 2 weeks we start. No, there are so many things we have to put in place, which has to do with especially irrigation. So January is the tilling period, but from now till December, ending of December, there are a number of things the organization is setting in motion. You get it, to ensure that, okay, if it has to do with setting a water system near that place, okay, setting an housing, maybe a 2-bedroom flat for the farmers who are going to be staying there. Okay, it has to do. So I wouldn't go in details, but we have our own work to do within now and December ending. So when we start digging when we start cultivating, then we will do what it's going to be in January. So, but what I want to achieve is that I want to encourage a number of us, because this is rare, and I'm going to run it for just a few set of people. Once we eat that that mark, I close it. The only thing that will be available is just we have a farm. Do it. What I had in mind was DIY, do it yourself. But we are going to, for those that we are encouraging, that is when it is the DIY time, we would have created a model. We will train you to do it yourself. But for now, people who are going to take advantage now is going to be we kind of handling it for you. That is showing you that, okay, this is something you can do in the first harvest, in the second harvest. Then, so that you can know that this is real, we'd want you to have a representative in Nigeria that can also come and check the farm and then be a kind of, because the truth is, if you start with 1 acre or you start with 3 plots, you will definitely see the return. And as a business person, you want to make more money. If you have a business model that is making you take for instance 1 acre, looking at this thing, or three plots that is making you like maybe 500 to a million naira every 3 to 4 months, you would want to replicate the system so that you can be making 5 million naira every 3 to 4 months. And then that means you want to increase your cultivation. So if you are doing 3 acres or 1 acre, you discover that, oh, this is really working. Okay, how do I move it to 6 acres? How do I introduce other forms of stuff? And then by that time, you yourself, because running a farm of 1 acre to 5 acres is a lot too, or 6 acres is a lot. So you yourself, you begin to see this as a worthwhile investment. The food business is a very strong business that you can do, that you will make a lot of money, especially if you understand packaging in the food business. So after harvesting for a while and you have sold, you can now start packaging your food yourself. So, but in that way, you have to get the required licenses to package. And this is easy. I have a friend of mine who is a CEO of a farm that is making a lot of money with the farm produce. I'm going to interview him on my YouTube channel. Last section, I talked about exploring Africa and African businesses, the kind of the category of videos I'm bringing up on my channel, exploring Africa and African businesses. And then I'm going to go deep dive, especially in the agri business, interview CEOs in the agri business that are thriving. You're going to see how they started from one product and then moved to several products, and they're making money. And the beautiful thing is that whether you are in Nigeria, doing business in Nigeria, or you're in the diaspora, there's a lot of advantage for you. The only thing that would help you take advantage of these advantages is information. If you have the right information, you discover that there's a lot of advantage for you. So if you have the right information, you will know what to do. And then you will see that, okay, this investment, I'm doing it on 1 acre. How do I move further? So going back into the packaging, that is where a lot of money is. Now, take for instance, let me use the honey farm as an instance. When we harvest, we sell in wholesales. Do you know that you can make times 5 to times 10 if you package your honey, put it in a bottle, get the right agency to approve it, and then you deliver to supermarkets, to mats. If you are selling 5 liter for 10,000 naira as an instance, you will sell 1 liter for 7,000 naira, or not even up to 1 liter, because you packaged it well. Of course, you know this. There is a popular this thing. They said the difference between bakery and plantain chips is packaging. So the same plantain chips that they are selling on the roadside for 100 naira, 50 naira, if they package it, they put it in these mini mats, and they'll be selling for 250 naira, 250 naira, or 150. the same one that is on the roadside selling for 100 naira also. So packaging matters in the world of agri businesses. So, but first, you want to first gain your market by selling in wholesales, and then using it to understand the business model, because once you harvest, you want to sell out, get money, and then focus on the next harvest. But by the time you have done it one, two, three, you start thinking of, oh, instead of me making 1 million for this total harvest, I can actually make 5 million or 7 to 10 million packaging this, because you have already done 3 to 2 harvests, you'd have saved money. Then packaging wouldn't be an issue. Okay, you need to set up a kind of structure that the required agency will come and inspect and then give you approval, and then packaging won't be an issue. So it's a going concern. So this is basically what we're trying to achieve. And then I will want you to take advantage of this. I will be sending, some of us has reached out to me, and some of us are already sending what we want to do is to set you up, get you registered, get the documentation ready within the period of November to early week of December. Then we start tilling the ground. So in January, and then you can start following the processes. Everyone that is in the pool of farmer investors is going to be getting updates on how it goes every month. And then at the end of the harvest period and sales period, uh, you will get your return as regards, depending on how much you invested. So I want to go on a short break. It's just 30 minutes now, because I don't want this section to be more than 45 minutes. And also, I want you to take advantage of 1 acre or three plots. That's half acre. And then you can reach out to me on WhatsApp, +234 08083604417. And I will personally respond to you. It's not my PA. So I'll personally respond to you, and then give you in-depth analysis, and then send you the form. You get registered. Even if it's just three plots, that's wrong with it. Even if it's just one plot, okay. At least some of us own properties that we don't do anything on, and then we are moving forward and say, okay, own a property and then do something on it. So even if it's just one plot, give it a test run. When you receive your return on investment, you start thinking as an investor, okay, how do I grow it? How do I grow it to 2 plots? How do I grow it to 2 acres? How do I grow it to 1 acre? So just look at it that, okay, I'm buying a landed property, and then I'm paying some amount to just set up something that will give me cash flow. And then let's see how it works. Uh, and then you'll be glad you take advantage of it. If you have any question I want us to ask me during the break period, I would like to answer some of our questions so that I would like to answer some of our questions. If you have a question, you can ask me, and then there's some that I will respond to you. You can also ask me privately on WhatsApp, just a WhatsApp message. I prefer WhatsApp messages compared to calls because I always have a lot of calls. I had a short nap this evening, and when I woke up, I saw 7 missed calls. I'm like, oh my god, just these 2 hours. Yeah, I went to bed. So most of the time, it keeps me on pressure. So I always prefer a chat so I can see them, respond in my own pace. And sometimes I don't stay long responding. So if you have every question you want to ask me, you can just reach out to me privately, and then we will set this up for you. This is going to be a game changer. Now in January, or after we've done the first harvest, we may proceed and say we want to do it for everyone. But the cost at which we are setting it up now may not be the cost at which we are setting it up as at that time. It's not even may not, will not, because the prices would have gone higher, setup costs would have gone higher, and the number of things. Even by then, we'll be charging a consultation fee and the management fee. But for now, we are removing consultation fee, we are removing management fee, and then we just want you to kick off something. These opportunities are available now, because I know that over time it may not be that available. Maybe in the next a number of people that are taking advantage of all our opportunities now will be glad they did. So I want you to ask me your questions while I go on short break. Let me quickly go on short break and I'll be right.
Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere you say, anywhere.
Says you make. Yep, some of us are already sending me a message on WhatsApp. I'm glad you guys are reaching out to me on WhatsApp. Don't miss out on this opportunity. I think we have not gotten any question yet. I want you to ask me your questions, and also if you feel that okay, you want to ask me on WhatsApp, we'll be ready to answer us. We'll be ready to answer us. So that is that about the farm produce. And also I know there's a lot of opportunities coming up that if you take advantage of each and every of these opportunity, you'll be glad. Now there was a project we kickstarted like 1 year ago or 2 years ago, and then somebody took advantage of it. Now the person is so glad is taking advantage of it because of the increase in the return on investment. Even me, I was like, wow, this is massive. So I think we have a question. What is agricultural produce we are farming? So great. What we are looking at is something that is the harvest is short and then it's widely requested for, which is pepper and tomato. So for me, I would love to go with pepper because it doesn't easily perish. So, but when you harvest tomato, you have to properly guard it. And even when transporting, if it's not carefully transported and they eat each other by the reason of bad road, because we don't all have good roads everywhere in Lagos or Ogun State, they may start matching. So it's pepper and tomato. And then for me, I'll go with pepper, but we're looking at the two. But pepper for me is okay. It's easily harvested. You can even harvest it even before 3 months. Maybe it's already like 2 months, 2 weeks. Some of them will be in green color, but when you harvest them and you put them down, they cultivate themselves. They become ripe themselves. You get what I'm saying? But it's not so for tomato. Tomato, it has to reach its full potential and then you harvest. And then sometimes some of them may have all these things are what how do I know this? I have a farm manager who is very close to me, who is my sibling. He has handled a lot of farm, and then we have worked with just a few things. And his friend also. They were the one that set up our honey farm. So these are the things we're looking at. Furthermore, we can spread route because there are other products that we can harvest, we can cultivate. But I'm looking at something that okay, will give us quick return on investment, and then widely what is it called, as a market. Do you get it? So that's about that. Mr. Dele Davis asked me this question. um I don't know if we have another question. to ask. I would be more than ready to answer us. If we have another question, please ask me so that uh, we can answer these questions. Okay. If you have other questions, just reach out to me on WhatsApp. Be part of this setup, set it up, and then you can work on this in the next this November stroke December, and then we secure everything we need to secure, and then we start preparation. What's the payment plan for the project and the cost involved? Awesome. Thank you for this question. Please send me a message on WhatsApp. For this project, the payment plan is depends on if the number of plots you are looking at. The cost involved also depends on the number of plots. So if you are looking at 1 acre is different from what is it called? It's different from um 3 plots, is different from 2 plots, different from 1 plot. The cost involved also. Now the payment plan is that after what is it called? After cultivating and harvesting, the payment duration is for 4 months. 4 months. 4 months. So you receive payment every 4 months. Um, that's like 3 times in a year, because you can actually, they call it cycle. You can actually have 3 cycles in a year. 2 to 3 cycles in a year. So the payment you can actually even go to 4. But we have to put it at 3 cycles because it's not about the cycle period. It's also about other things involved, like you cultivating, selling, harvesting, checking to the market and selling. So we put it to 4 months. So if we start selling in January, 4 months after, start expecting cultivation and sales and returns. Do you get it? So, but the cost involved depends on the number of plots they are looking at. So if you're looking at 1 plot in this location, a plot is going for 700. 2 plots is going for, let me just check my just a second, let me check my phone, and then I'll be able to, I actually set it up. I actually sent it to some of us who requested. Okay, so a plot is going for 400, 1 plot is going for, I mean, half plot is going for 400, 1 plot is going for 700, 2 plots is going for 1.4. Just adding 700, right? 3 plots, 6 plots is going for 3.5 million. But you have to pay documentation fee, and this documentation fee covers it covers your document. It also covers allocation. Now, it covers your allocation, and this document covers um, deed of assignment, received, registered survey, and allocation document. Do you get it? And it is very, very, very affordable. I won't lie to you. Very, very affordable. The cost of registering half plots is also the same cost of registering 1 plot. That's why document fee is the same. So, but it's different. It's cheaper to register 2 plots, 3 plots, 1 acre. So, as it increases, the unit cost reduces. So if it costs you 400K to register a plot for document or half plot, it wouldn't cost you up to 2.4 million, because 6 times 4 is if I still get my 6 times 4 is like 24, if my calculation is still right. It won't cost up to 2.4 million to register 6 plots. It will be like 1 point something. So the more the landed property, the cheaper the unit. So I can't give you a full cost breakdown until I know the number of plots you are looking at. But if you reach out to me on WhatsApp, I'll give you a full breakdown, and then you can take advantage. Some people are already taking advantage. Do you get it? And once we reach that max, I'll just close it for that time so that we can just launch with the people that are taking advantage, and then maybe pretty much we will now start. Of course, the farmland will still be open for people to buy and do it themselves. Do you get it? Do it themselves. Yeah, do it themselves. So that's just that. Any other question? I will be glad to answer us before we call it a day. I really appreciate you. It's all about mankind. I don't know your name, and also Mr. Dele Davis for joining us, Mr. Ahmed Sali for joining us. A number of us, because it's Sunday. I know that we wouldn't be much, but something came up yesterday. I couldn't hold this section yesterday. So, but I know at the end of this section, a number of us will go and watch it. So, if you reach out, okay, if you reach out to me, on WhatsApp, I will respond to you. All right, Mr. Ade, it's all about mankind. Mr. Ade, thank you for joining. And Mr. David, thank you for joining. Mr. Ahmed Sali, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. We're going on a short break, and from there, I will call it a day because I just want it to just be 45 minutes and not more than 45 minutes. So if you have every other question, you can reach out to me and I'll be more than ready to respond to us. Do have a lovely day ahead. I appreciate you. Bye.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, so I want to quickly respond to Mr. David's message and question. He says, so the marriage bet of the farm from the beginning to the end will be handled by you, including the sales of the produce. Yes, this is why I am just willing to bring in a few number of people who will quickly take advantage of it, including the sales process. Yes, it will be handled, including the sales process, the management from the beginning to the end, because this is what we are setting up for ourselves as a company. And then we want to just get in investors who are also going to take advantage of this. So it's going to be handled by ourselves, including the sales process. So this is something you would like to take advantage of. We'll do the work for you. Thank you.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
This is not make